Hey guys, my name is creoGFX and today I'm going to show you how to make this pretty cool basic interface orb. And as you can see, it's pretty much the same orb as I used in the Epic GFX time speed art. It's pretty simple to make, it should take around 10 minutes, something like that. You can put your logo or whatever right here and it looks pretty good. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to create a new file, 1280 by 720, and background contents to white. Double click this layer and click OK. And you want to start off by adding a gradient overlay to that layer. For style you want radial, and you want to check this box that says reverse. Angle you want 0, and size you want to have it all the way up to 150%. And for the opacity you want to have it down to around 40%, and click OK. So now you got a pretty cool background image. Now you want to grab you want to pick a fairly bright gray color like this, and you want to choose your ellipse tool, and you want to draw out a shape something like this, and we're gonna place it roughly in the middle. Okay, so now you want to double click this layer, and you want to start off by adding a drop shadow. Change the distance to 0, size to around 15, and the opacity down to around 30. Now you want to add an inner shadow. Uncheck use global light. Change the angle to -90, and for distance you want 40, for choke you want 10, and for size you want 90. And then it should look something like this. Now you want to add a gradient overlay. Change the blend mode to color dodge, and the opacity to around 25-20, something like that, and then click OK. Now I want to duplicate this layer by clicking Command or Control J, and you want to right click and clear the layer style. Now I want to add a gradient overlay to this as well, but you want to change the angle to -90, and if you click this box that will bring up the color options. You want to click this white box here and change the color to a dark gray, something like this. Click OK, and for scale you want to have it all the way up to 150, and the opacity you want to bring it down just a little bit to maybe 90, 95, something like that. And then you want to add a drop shadow, but you want to, for color you want white. You can use the same angle, but for the blend mode you want to have I don't know, normal will be good. And for the distance you want 1, and for size you want 2. So now what you want to do is you want to make this layer a bit smaller. So click Command or Control T, and that should bring up this box thing. Then you want to hold Shift and Alt and just make it smaller. You want to have it around this size. So if you didn't notice, the drop shadow added this nice sort of edge thing to it, you know, make it a bit more glossy sort of. Anyway, so you want to select this layer once again, and you want to move it up a little bit, something like this. Okay, so now you want to duplicate this layer again, and you want to clear the layer style. Now you want to add a color overlay, and you want to choose whatever color you want the orb to be. So I'm gonna go with blue. click OK. Now you want to right click the layer and go to Convert to Smart Object. Right click again and go to Rasterize Layer. And now you want to click Command or Control T again and make it a bit smaller. You want to hold Shift and Alt again and make it somewhere around this size. That's pretty good. And you can move it up a little bit. Okay, so now you want to add an inner shadow to that. So uncheck Use Global Light, change the angle to -90, and for the settings you want pretty much the same as the base layer. I don't know what to call it, that's what I'm gonna call it. So distance you want 40, choke you want 10, and size you want 90. And that should create a pretty nice sort of gradient to it. And you can increase the opacity a little bit to around 85, 90. That's pretty good. Now I want to add a drop shadow. Uncheck Use Global Light, change the angle to 90. The opacity I want all the way up to 100%. For size, I want to have around 20, 25, and that is pretty good. Okay, now you want to add a gradient overlay, but you want to change the blending mode to hard light and decrease the opacity to around 30, 35. Okay, so now you want to add an inner glow. Change the color to white, and for source you want center, and size you want around 80. Okay, so also for blend mode you want color dodge. Then you want to decrease the opacity of that to around 20 to 25, so it should look something like this. And finally we're gonna add an outer glow. For color you want pretty much the same color as the orb, so something like this. And you just want to make it a lot bigger, so maybe around, I don't know, 60 pixels should be good. And for blend mode you want soft light, and that should give a pretty nice sort of glowing effect. Maybe you can decrease the opacity just a little bit to around 50, then click OK. So now what you want to do is you want to hold Command or Control and click the thumbnail of this layer, or the top layer. Then you want to make a new layer, and you want to grab a white color and your gradient tool. You want to make sure that foreground to transparent is selected, and you want this one to the left selected as well. So yeah, and then you want to start off somewhere around here, and you want to hold Shift and make a gradient kind of like this. Then click Command or Control D to deselect, and you want to make this layer a bit smaller, so Command or Control T. You probably know how to do this by now, but whatever. Hold Shift and Alt and just decrease the size a little bit, so it looks something like this. That's pretty good. Then I want to just move it up a little bit, so it's like on top of the orb, sort of. So it looks something like this. Now you want to change the blend mode to soft light, and yeah, that's actually pretty much it for the orb. I'm gonna show you a simple color correction, or I'm gonna show you how to increase the contrast a little bit to make it look a bit better. So just add a gradient map. Make sure this one is selected so it goes from black to white. Change the blend mode to soft light and the opacity to around 50. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this tutorial. It looks pretty much the same as the example, maybe a few differences, but whatever. Still looks pretty goddamn awesome. So yeah, this is pretty useful. You can just put your logo or whatever here and it looks pretty good. But yeah, so thanks for watching this tutorial. I haven't been posting that many videos lately, and that is because I have been very busy in school and stuff like that. Also, if you want me to post more tutorials, you're gonna have to give me some tutorial requests, so you can just leave a comment or something. Also, if you like the video, please leave a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Maybe you can subscribe as well if you want more graphic videos like tutorials and speed arts and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this tutorial. As I said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.